In this tutorial, we're going to explain how services are organised in Topdesk. First, we will have a look at how your users can request a service. In the second part, we are going to see how this service is set up in the Operator section of Topdesk. When your users log into the self-service portal, your service catalogue opens. Here you can see all the services that your organisation offers. Let's assume we want to request a workspace relocation. We can search for this service by typing Workspace in the search bar. The service we are looking for is called Standard Workspace. When we click the service, we see its specifications, its terms of supply, some frequently asked questions, and action buttons to submit requests. Another way to find a service is to navigate manually through the service catalogue. To request a workspace relocation, we click the Workspace Relocation button. We fill out the request form, and the request is directly sent to the IT department. Now let's see what the Standard Workspace service and its relocation request look like in the Operator section. From the Start page, you access the Service Catalogue by clicking Modules. To view existing services, we go to the Services Overview. Here we see the Standard Workspace service we just accessed from the self-service portal. On the service card, we can provide information for the user, as we saw earlier in the self-service portal. We can illustrate the text with images, add some basic formatting, and insert links in the text. In the next step, we choose the type of service and the operator group in charge of the service. Earlier in the self-service portal, we were offered 3 different requests for the Workstation service card, one of them being the relocation request. For each of these requests, we define how we want to process them in Topdesk. For example, as a change request or call. We can use so-called flows for this. We will now see what the flow for the relocation of a workstation looks like. Flows have their own tab. Here we open the flow for the workstation relocation. We can see that the flow is linked to a change form, so the request is going to be processed in Change Management. For each FAQ that applies to the request, a knowledge item is linked to the flow. What's more, we can also link items that users can order. For more information on order requests and FAQs, please see our separate tutorials. We will now move on to the publishing options for our service. For this, we'll go back to the General tab. In the Target Group drop-down, we see that a service can be offered to users from one or more person groups, branches, departments, cost centres, or users linked to one of the 2 extra fields in Topdesk. Our service is now ready to be published. In the last step, we're going to use the Self-Service Portal Designer and see how the service and request are integrated into the portal. When we open the Designer, we see the editable version of the service catalogue. The My Workspace tile first leads us to a subpage. Here we can see an overview of all the services related to the workspaces. To add our service to this page, we click Add Tile. From the list, we choose Service Page, which opens a list of all services. In this list, we find the Standard Workspace, which we select and add. Now we can drag the tile for the new service page to a more prominent place. We can also enlarge it. And that's it. The Standard Workspace service with its relocation request is now available in the self-service portal.